Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our first and third at 3. That's a mouthful to say, but welcome to the new year. Thank you guys for joining us today. For those of you that may have been with us for a little bit longer, some of this will just be repeat, but for those of you that may be a little bit newer to us, some of this will be new information. So we are going to talk about the ASC Square on schmidtresources.com and some of the things that you can find there, and the password for the site, which we tend to sometimes forget to share that with our new ASCs. So as always, we'll keep you on mute, but don't hesitate to reach out via the chat or go ahead and unmute if you guys have questions. So we will go ahead and jump right in. So it's no big surprise. You hear it all the time, schmidtresources.com. That's where we're going to go ahead and launch. And whether you're sitting in very chilly, damp, rainy Michigan, Ohio, or sunny Florida or USVI, you have those options there at the top. So we'll just go ahead and launch into Ohio. And then for the most part in everyone, it's towards the bottom, and it's our amazing Get Schmidt Done ASC Resources Square. So when you click on that, it did launch me automatically in because I already had it open. So let me go back and refresh and see if it'll force me to make the password. It did not. So anyway, typically when you click on that the first time, it's going to ask you for your password. And I'm going to go ahead and type it in the chat, but it's just what it says on that square. Get Schmidt Done, capital G, capital S, capital D. Now, if you're a manager on the call or an RSC on the call, Squarespace, which is the site that runs Schmidt Resources, isn't smart enough to discern the passwords between squares. So if you have saved the password into your browser password saver, but you're trying to go in between two different squares, the system will get confused. So you do want to go ahead and just type that in if you're getting any errors. But again, Get Schmidt Done, capital G, capital S, capital D. It's exactly how it reads right there on that square. So it should be a good reminder on what that password is. For the most part, everything on Schmidt Resources is open because we want our agents to be able to get there. We want them to get this content. We want recruits to be able to find us online and see what we have to offer through our amazing value prop. But there are some things in here that aren't necessarily for the agents. For example, we had the ordering form for envelopes and mats and those kind of things for the office. And some agents would stumble upon them and do some ordering that way. And it was just confusing things. So we do have some stuff just for our amazing ASCs and RSCs here in this square. So if you have any access issues at all whatsoever, don't hesitate to reach out to your RSC or to myself, and we'll make sure that we get you in there. But that's kind of the why behind password protecting it, is just the agents were stumbling in there and it's really nothing they need. If there's some things in here, sometimes they're in more than one spot. So it doesn't mean that they don't have access to it. They just have access to it through a different square. So JD jazzed it up for us a little bit last year with our rotating banner here. And then we have some links at the top. So if you're sitting in Michigan, hopefully you're warm. I'm not, I'm chilly today, but you'll see the new Michigan purchase requisition form. So your RSCs and your managers were showed this today in Michigan. And they will be sharing that with you on your huddles next week. So no need to know what this is right now. I just wanted to point it out because it is brand new. Again, it's only for Michigan people. You don't have to worry about it if you're in Ohio, Florida, or USVI. The password for the actual square is Get Schmidt Done, capital G, capital S, capital D. So it's just like it looks like on that square. We had that question come up. So Get Schmidt Done with these, the GSD are all capital. And again, you can see because I was launched in there earlier, it didn't make me put it back in. So as long as you keep it open or you don't clear your cookies or refresh your browser, it should keep you logged into that square. Here at the top are some things that you guys probably need, if not on a weekly, then at least a monthly basis. It's your mileage reimbursement template, expense reimbursement template, the petty cash reimbursement, and then our amazing new employee assistance program sign up. So we have the link to the sign up here. And then we actually have our flip book that talks about all of the assets here. So again, if you click on this link, it'll take you into how to sign up for your EAP, your employee assistance program. If you click here, it's going to take you to our flip book that kind of talks about all of the different opportunities that we have now through our new association with Uliance for all of our employees. So a lot of great options there. When you click on your reimbursement templates, these are Google Docs, and we had a little bit of an option. Sometimes they were getting moved around. We went ahead and put those all as view option only for all the staff. So if you need to fill out one of these forms to turn in mileage or to get reimbursed, you want to go File, Make a Copy. You'll no longer be able to edit the template because we were having some people edit it and get in a hurry and forget to do it as a copy. So everybody should have viewership. Go ahead and go to File, Make a Copy. It'll pop open a new version. That version will allow you to go ahead and edit it. And then depending on where it tells you to send this into, you'll see that information at the bottom. Same thing for expense report. It'll tell you at the top to go ahead and make a copy, and then it'll tell you at the bottom who to send that to. So a couple enhancements there. It's something we launched mid-year last year, so we're happy that it seems to be working. But again, if you have any feedback for us on any of those forms, just go ahead and let us know. But those are all found right there easily at the top. We also have moved our directory. Now you can get to the directory via the hub in your Moxie accounts as well, but we did add it right here. If you recall, we used to have it on the other section of our Schmidt resources, and it was not password protected. And the reason why we did that is for security purposes. Show of hands, we've all gotten texts from our managers or Ken Schmidt or Mike Schmidt asking to buy gift cards, right? Who's gotten one of those from some weird number that we've never heard of? So the reason why we did password protect our directory is just to try to keep some of those prying eyes from those spammers away from what our leadership information is. We all know it's spam. We all know it's not Ken or Mike Schmidt. It's not your manager asking you, but this kind of password protects that a little bit and keeps it safer. But it is the same directory. So when you click on it, you'll see your leadership team, your marketing team, your HR and accounting team, and then your reload team. And then it goes into our individual offices, Michigan, Ohio, Florida, and USVI. So if you're looking for another location, feel free to launch that directory. You can also send this to your agents, but let them know it is in their Moxie resources under the hub if they would like to view it themselves. But it can be a really good asset to find where we operate across all of our amazing offices, including the name of the manager and the ASC. Now, if you jump in there to look at it and you're new and you don't see your name, we are going to be updating this. We update it about every quarter because we do know we have some changes, but don't hesitate to reach out and let me know, and I'll make sure that we get that added to our update list. And again, that's right there where it says Schmidt Directory. We also have this real estate glossary. This can be really good if you are newer to the business because it's a glossary. It has all the real estate terminology. So when you click on this, it should launch you into a PDF, and you can see it's 19 pages. And I know we're paperless, but I will say that if you're going to print something to keep on your desk for quick reference, this can be a really great thing to print, because when you hear terminology, you don't always have a manager or an agent that you can ask what that means, but you can come right here and see. So you can see it just like any glossary works ever. It's alphabetical, and arbitration, assumption fee, all of these real estate type terms are in here, all alphabetical, and then it gives you a kind of a synopsis of what that term means. So this can be a really great quick reference guide for anybody that is newer in the business. Again, it's 19 pages. You can keep it as a PDF, but by all means, if you want to keep it at your desk to quick reference it, you can go ahead and print that. The other thing I want to point out is the continuous improvement form, and we're going to touch on that at the end because we want to relaunch that. We're in a new year. We always want to continually improve ourselves, so we'll talk about that in a minute, but it has been moved to the top. So if you're in here frequently, you're like, wow, that's different. It is a little different. So wanted to point out a few more things before we come back to that. You can link through our Get Schmidt Done training calendar here. So when you click on that, it will look different than what I just clicked on because I'm the owner of the calendar, but it will launch you into the education calendar so that you can reference any of our training. We have our in-house business card templates and our new agent email signature designs here. So when you click on these, it'll show you the PDF. So if you're sitting with the new agent and they ask about these things, you have them readily available to you right from in here. Our employee handbook, it's linked through Paylocity. You can get to it from there. Sometimes even I struggle to find the forms in Paylocity. I don't know if it's just a me thing, and it could be, but we do have our employee handbook linked through here right in the ASC for easy reference. Our yard signs and sign accessories, our Home Hub staff training. So if you are newer and you've heard about Home Hub, powered by This Is Our List, and you want to take the training, it links through right here. We have a couple of things from the brand, the Home Enhancement Guide and the Home Buying Basics Guide. Lots of different options to help our agents market themselves and their properties. Then we have our facility maintenance request. This is where you would go if you need your carpets cleaned, if your window is starting to need to be recaulked in your office. This is in correlation with your managers. So if you see these things, you're like, what do I do? Come over to Upkeep, put in the request. Rob Gray will reach out locally to the local people that can help get that repaired. So if you have any facility maintenance needs, go ahead and head over to Upkeep. If you don't have a username and password, just go ahead and shoot me an email. We'll make sure we get you added. Something we don't use as frequently in our offices, but if you are one of the offices that needs it, the postage request form is here. And then this is antiquated. Of course, we're in 2023, so we are refreshing some of this stuff. So that is our marketing plan from last year, as is our our social engineering is a little bit antiquated. Still good content, but do know that we are working to refresh this. And Brenda, that is a great question, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. So she asked about the agent email signatures. So we're going to keep scrolling here, and I'll show you where there are ASC signatures that you can update yourselves right in your offices. Office mat ordering. We have a great technologies and tools snapshot. It goes through all the tools that we offer, kind of why they would use it. And there's a spot on there that you can actually put their username and password for your agent. So as you're sitting down with new agents, that can be a really good tool to use with them. We have a benefits of Moxie. So it does talk about Moxie Works on here, but this deep dives it. It kind of gives them more of that why. Along with our Coldwell Banker products and programs, same thing. It deep dives into everything that they have to offer to our agents and gives them the why they would want to use that tool. Folders, envelopes, and letterheads. When you click on here, you can download the branded letterhead, then you can update it with your local office address. And you can also order pocket folders right here and envelopes. But again, the letterhead does let you download it so that you can update it with your local contact information. Our listing flowchart, it's confusing. It's hard to know where the listing goes, where it comes out, what the input is, what the output is. So this flowchart can really help if an agent comes to you and says, you know, this listing, I just changed the price, but this website's not reflecting that. This can help you troubleshoot. But again, don't ever hesitate to reach out with those type of technology issues. But the listing feed flowchart kind of explains how all of that works. We have amazing social media templates here. Listing specific, agent review, which we know Testimonial Tree will do for us as well. Woo, zoomed. Birthday and work anniversary. So all of these templates, for example, we'll just click on this one. We'll launch you into a Google slide, and it will allow you to update any of the photography, any of the verbiage. You can then download that as a JPEG, use it on your Facebook sites for your offices, send it to your agent. It's just one more option in order to get content for our social media. And then it's kind of a plug and play. You don't have to worry about designing it, adding the logos or anything like that. It's all done there for you. We have information about account tech here. If you would like to nominate a fellow employee for Superstar of the Month, that nomination form is here. Some of this older information, again, we rebranded a few years ago, but it's still there just in case we need to reference it. We have our link to our Staples. You can't just really go to staples.com to log in. You do want to log in through that specialized link. Michelle, yes, you would have to add your DBA for those social media templates if you would like. So you could swap out that logo if you want, or go ahead and add the DBA on there. So good question. We're going to kind of keep scrolling here. Some of this is just manager notebook, note card mock-ups. If your managers ask you to help you order some note cards, you can come here to do that right there. If you are not part of the Schmidt Community Fund, but you would like to donate to the 501c3 out of payroll, there is an opt-in form here. It's completely up to you. You can decide to opt in. If you are opted in and want to opt out, just let HR know, but that form is here as well. We have we have a PowerPoint template and a Google Slides template. So if you're helping your managers with a lunch and learn or with a sales meeting agenda, all of this has been built out for you. You just update it for whatever need you have, and you can go ahead and hit the ground running without having to recreate the wheel. So some of this award templates, obviously we're in a new year, so some of that will be being updated. All of this is from the previous year, so we need to get our 2022 in there. So right here, back to Brenda's question, is our email signature templates. So when we click on that, again, it launches us into a Google slide, and there is one for every, and that one's a little messed up. There is one for every, we're gonna have to update these. Some of the formatting has gotten a little crazy on some of these, but there is one for each DBA. And then you can go ahead and put in your first, last phone number. And then if you scroll to the bottom, I thought there was global luxury options, but I don't see them now. So we'll go ahead, and maybe that's on the agent side, but you can update this for your ASC branded email signature. So again, to show you that it's right at the bottom there. And if we go back into our social media templates and go into our email signatures here, this is where you're going to find options for the agents versions. And this should be where the global luxury options are. And they're not in there either. So we'll have to find out where, if you have agents working in the global luxury world, or if you are a global luxury ASC and you're interested in that, just reach out and let us know. We'll get with marketing and we'll get you that template that you can use. And I have a lot of tabs open here, so let me shut down a few of them. So again, all of this award information will be updated. We're just, we're not quite there yet. All the awards have not been finalized. So we will get to work on that, and we will get to work on taking some of this older information like the 2022 marketing plan out. But again, a lot of that new form that you guys need is found there at the top, along with our directory, our employee assistance program, which again, we want to keep talking about because it offers really good value to our employees. And then again, that real estate glossary is found in there as well. So again, it's schmidtresources.com. Launch into the region in which you sit. Scroll towards the bottom, find the Get Schmidt Done square. Again, it will force you password the first time. That password is Get Schmidt Done, capital G, capital S, capital D. And then your forms are at the top, along with all of this other great content. If there's content, if there's something that you refer to a lot and you're always struggling to try to find that link, just let us know. JD, the marketing group, myself, we work on keeping this refreshed as often as possible. So we'll make sure that we get that either adjusted, updated, or added for you guys. What questions do you guys have for me today? Yes, Nicole, if they are updating that new agent packet, they are able to update it within Ohio's page. Yep. So once that's updated, get it over to JD and ask them just to update Schmidt Resources for you. You're welcome. Anything else? So on any of those templates, what you first want to do is make a copy. So let's go back to the social media templates. And we'll just do just sold. So first you want to do file, make a copy, because it's view only. This will prevent anybody from kind of messing up the original templates. So file, make a copy. You can do just certain slides, or you can do the entire presentation. It'll let you rename it and then save it anywhere in your drive that you want to save it. Once you hit make a copy, then you'll have full editing rights to those templates. And that works the same way for social media templates, for any of the email signature templates, any of the Google Slide stuff. That's how you would do it, is just go ahead and click file, make a copy. Good question. For the name badges, if the agents have a request for one that's not on there, just reach out to the marketing group and see if they can't get a different type of name badge. I do know that they were looking at some other options. So I don't believe that they're loaded yet, but if you have an agent with an immediate need and there's a name badge that they were hoping for that's not on the name badge order, oops, I went too far, that aren't in the name badge order square, just go ahead and reach out to the marketing group.
I have a really quick question. It might be a little off topic,
No worries.
but in our huddle this morning, we were talking about, how we order things and how we submit things for payment. Oh, it came up like, what do we do with our monthly office cleaning invoices? Is that something that we need to get pre-approval for, or do we just do that as usual?
So I apologize. It's not telling me who's talking. Can you let me know who you are?
Oh, it's Becky.
Oh, hey, Becky. So each region works just a little bit differently. So Michigan has a new process that they've rolled out. It's a little different in Ohio and Florida. So we're going to be getting some more clarity on that soon. We're just not quite there yet. So stay tuned for more, and more will come out on the huddle next week as well. It just kind of is rolling out this week. So we're all learning it a little bit together. The cleaning crew should be invoicing through accounting though. So maybe we need to take a look at that. So I'll reach out to you offline.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Yes, Nicole, that would be something else. The McMichael's insurance data collection form. It's in Dotloop, I'm sure, but we want that sucker as many places as we can get it. So you can go ahead and get that over to JD as well, and he'll get that updated. Good question. Anything else? All right. Well, again, Schmidt Resources is living, breathing. We update it as often as possible. We love your idea. Oh, I forgot the continuous improvement. Let me go back to that point. We love your opinions. We love your input. We love to know how we can do better. So we have our continuous improvement form. We launched it a while back and it kind of got used for a little bit and then kind of just died off. You can always email your RSCs, your managers, myself, but here's a form. So if you have an idea, if there's a process, if there's a policy, if there's a form, if there's something that you think can be done better in your office, in your region, in the company, you can come here to the continuous improvement square. Quickly fill out this card, state the problem, Dotloop has old forms in it, whatever the problem might be. How much does the problem affect you or your clients? And again, we know our clients are our agents. How easy is it to correct? You may not know. Go ahead and put that 3 right middle of the road if you're unsure, and then share your idea. What's your idea to make this better? And then what are the expected benefits for improvement? Now, again, these are not required. So if you don't know, that's okay. Neither is creator. So if you want to anonymously give us an idea, you can choose to do so and then click submit. And then this will go over to the team along with Jessica's help, the RSC's help, ops, accounting, HR, depending on what the issue is. We will be able to address that and hopefully improve things for the company. So again, it's not a new thing. It's just been moved to the top, top of mind, top of the column. So go ahead. If you have any ideas for this, go ahead and click on that. Now, obviously, if you choose not to put your name, we won't be able to respond directly to you. But if you do put your name, you'll get a response back letting you know that we have received it. And then as we are able to update that, obviously we can't do everything all at once. So we'll first email to let you know that we received it, and then we'll email you to let you know what the progress is. So again, that's right here at top, continuous improvement, and it launches you into this Google form here. So I did want to point that out and I almost forgot. So I'm glad I didn't. So thanks for asking all those questions to keep me going here. Any other questions? Okay, well, I think that's all we have for today. Then I really appreciate your time. We do have Blue Sync tomorrow. We'll be talking about our new product that's going to be replacing Zap and Lead Router, and that is Leads Engine. So be sure to call in tomorrow morning. Thanks for your time today, guys. Bye now.